All right, now we get to the part where we actually get to start solving some equations. And so we're going to use the addition property, which tells us we can add or subtract whatever numbers we want, as long as whatever we do to the left side of our equation, we also do to the right side of our equation. And this is useful because it allows us to get our variable on its own. So for example, in A there, we have x minus 3 equals 9. We want to know what x equals. Now, you might actually be able to do this intuitively. We're saying some mystery number minus 3 equals 9. And so you might say, well, that mystery number then, it must be 12. But they're going to get harder. And so solving these intuitively is not always going to be that easy. So another way you can do it is you can say, well, I want to end up with the statement x equals something. I want x on its own. So that minus 3 there, that's pesky. That's annoying. We want to get rid of that minus 3. How do we get rid of a minus 3? Well, if we added 3 to it, we would just have 0. It would go away. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to add that 3 to the left-hand side. We're allowed to do that as long as we do the same thing to the right. So sometimes I'll show this by just writing it like this below. Plus 3 plus 3. And you can see it in red on that second line there, that we're adding it to both sides of our equation. Once we do that, on the left, we've got minus 3 plus 3. That's just 0, so that just goes away, and we're left with a single x. On the right-hand side, we have 9 plus 3, which gives us 12. So we end up with our answer of 12. In B, we have x plus 5 equals 9. So we want to get rid of that plus 5 because we want x on its own. To do that, we could subtract 5 from both sides. And if we subtract 5 from both sides, on the left, it's going to go away. On the right, we're going to have 9 minus 4. And so we get an answer of x equals 4. So pause the video and see if you can do A and B. Let's do A and B together now. So I want to isolate, or I want to get my x on its own. And so I'm going to add 5 to both sides here. So I can get rid of that minus 5. If I do that, then on the left, I'm left with x plus 0, which is just x. And that equals 4 plus 5, which is 9. So our answer is x equals 9. Be careful because here it told us to solve and check. So we're required to check. Checking's always a good idea, though. So when we check, we're going to verify our solution to see if the left side equals the right side. So on the left, we have x minus 5. On the right, we have 4. Our x value we said was 9. So we're saying 9 minus 5 equals 4, which is true. So yes, the solution makes sense. Let's do B now. So now we've got x plus 6. We want to be left with just x equals something. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. That's going to leave us with x equals 7. So our answer here is x equals 7. And then we're going to check our answer by seeing if the left side equals the right side. So on the left, I have x plus 6, and on the right, I have 13. When I sub in my 7 for x, I also get 13. So yes, that makes sense. All right, these next ones I'd like you to try as well, but let's actually do C together because it's a little bit different. Now on our right side, we have our variable v, and we have this 8. We want to get v on its own. It doesn't matter if we get it on its own on the left or the right. So let's get rid of that 8. And we're going to do that by subtracting 8 from both sides. So if we subtract 8 from both sides, we get v equals 18. And so let's verify that answer. And by the way, if you wanted to, you could write this as v equals 18 like this. Both mean the same thing. We can always flip around an equal sign like that. So on the left side, we have 26. On the right, we have 8 plus v, which we're saying is 8 plus 18. which is 26. So yes, this makes sense. So pause the video and try D, E, and F. All right, let's do D, E, and F together. So in D, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. That gives me P equals 5. And when I verify that, I'm checking if 3 plus P equals 8. That would be 3 plus 5. So yes, it does. In E, we're going to subtract 15 from both sides to leave the B on its own. That leaves me with B equals 8. And let's verify that. So we're saying 15 plus B equals 23, which is 15 plus 8. And yes, it does. Last one there. Now we have a negative 15 that we want to get rid of. So to get rid of that negative 15, we could add 15 to both sides. Okay, and if we do that, we get n equals 6. Let's verify our solution. And so on the left, we're saying negative 15 plus 6 equals negative 9, which is correct.